I'm here in Windsor, Nova Scotia, a town rich in history, but was a bit sleepy there for a while. Now it's going through a renaissance, and that renaissance is being led by some amazing food and drink establishments. And one of them is behind me. It's Cherry Tree Distillery. They make authentic craft spirits. They make an amazing list of cocktails that you can have at their tasting bar. And Joe and Dave are just wonderful people. So it's well worth coming to Windsor to visit Cherry Tree Distillery. I'm so happy to be at the tasting room of Cherry Tree Distillery. And in the last couple of months, I think I've created a friend. And that friend is behind the bar. Her name is Jo Gould-Thorpe, and she's a co-owner. So amazing, gregarious.
You just like me because I make you drinks.
Yeah, speaking of which, I would love one. What would you like to make me?
How about we start with the bee's knees today?
I would love it.
Did you know the bee's knees was a phrase from the 20s, meaning it's all good?
I didn't know that, and I guess there's no pressure on you to make sure it is. So we're going to ask you a few questions as you're making the cocktail. So I guess why create a distillery?
Oh, well, you know, it's one of those things. It was actually a passion project. When my husband retired from the military, he was looking for that second thing to do. I didn't understand how much I was going to enjoy my part in this. This has been absolutely the best creative outlet I've had in years.
And we're here in Windsor, which I think is amazingly cool. One of the great historic towns of Nova Scotia that doesn't get as much attention as maybe it should.
I agree.
And this building itself has a lot of history.
It does,
So
yes.
Tell me a bit about the building we're in.
The building was actually built right after the Great Windsor Fire. So all of Windsor downtown burned down back in 1898. And so the rebuild of that was kind of from the end of the street up. We were one of the first houses that was rebuilt. And it was built as a boarding house
Wink,
back
wink.
then. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And it's had quite a storied history since then. So.
Okay, and you've got this kind of cool, what would you just say, like speakeasy kind of vibe going on?
We always say we're set in 1923. That's our year. If you want to pin us down, we are a speakeasy. We want you to feel like you've kind of stepped back in time and you've come up to the bar, and we're going to give you a little taste of the 1920s.
Awesome. So while you're making the taste of the 1920s, let's talk a little bit about the actual spirit. So you mentioned your partner, Dave, who's actually the distiller.
Dave is our distiller. Everything is done here on site, on premises, and he's our distiller. He has a separate building out back. That's how we keep things okay here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always good to have separation between partners from time to time.
Yeah, but we really enjoy the two different parts of the process. He likes doing the distilling, and I really like all the blending and the flavor creating.
And what I think is really exciting about here is you authentically make craft spirits. So absolutely everything you make, which is, unfortunately not the case of every distillery in the province, but you make authentically craft distilled products. You make your own syrups?
We do, all our own cordials. We started with lime cordial and grenadine, and then I just kept going.
Right, so when can we come by and visit you and buy these things?
You can come in any Thursday or Friday night from 4 to 8, noon to 8 on Saturdays, or 11:30 to 3 on Sundays.
Okay, while you're staking that up, I'm gonna show you the beautiful colors of some of these syrups and spirits, and I'm gonna be the judge of how good the bee's knees can be. So no pressure, Joe.
No pressure at all. Yeah.
So it is authentically one of the great tasting room experiences in the province. So if you haven't been, you should come here. Test it out. Windsor is an amazing up and growing town, which is weird to say given its age, but I think it's so exciting what's going on. So cheers, Joe.
Cheers.
I'm back from Cherry Tree Distillery in Windsor, and I've been inspired to create a summery cocktail. So we're gonna make a twist on the French 75, and I'm gonna call it L'Acadie 75 because it's got a little Nova Scotia in it. We're gonna, of course, use Cherry Tree Distillery gin, add in some simple syrup, some lemon juice, and instead of champagne, we're gonna use a local sparkling wine. Add 2 ounces gin to an ice-filled cocktail shaker. Add 3/4 of an ounce lemon juice. Add 3/4 of an ounce simple syrup. Shake hard for 10 to 12 seconds. Strain into a cocktail or coupe glass. Top with 2 ounces local sparkling wine. Rim the glass with a lemon peel. Add the lemon peel to the glass for a garnish. What I love about Cherry Tree Distillery products is the freshness and the cleanness. So this gin, you know, it's subtle, it's got some citrusy tones, a little herbal character, and even, of course, a touch of juniper. Really made for classic, fresh cocktails like this citrusy Lackady 75. Let's give this a try and see how it worked. You know, it's got that perfect balance of citrusy, lemony flavors with that gin just poking through. It's delicious, so head down to Windsor to pick up some Cherry Tree Distillery products and come back soon to watch another video.